Hola clase, buenos días o buenas tardes o buenas noches, cuando quiera están viendo este video. Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whenever you're watching this video. En este video voy a repasar lo que íbamos a hacer durante clase hoy, el 23 de febrero. Hoy es día de hielo o nieve, como quiera. So I'm going to review what we would have done today in class. Today is an ice day or snow day, however you want to say it. Pero vamos a entrar en unidad 1 y este video va a ser corto. I'm saying that on the video, so if it ends up 20 minutes, just forgive me, but you already know by looking at the timestamp that it is or is not. Okay, so I want to start with going to metas y apuntes. We've done pretty much all that we have aspired or hope to do in esta unidad. We are here expressing age and the age of others. Also, we've looked at the verb llamarse in the last class. And introducing another person, I think we still need to work on that a little bit. So hopefully we can do that in Clase next week. Exchanging personal information. All of this is information that you will be able to do when you complete the evaluaciones, which are due el 7 de marzo, right? You'll find it under in the resumen. But I want to go to the apuntes rápidamente. We spent some time in the text on Monday's class, el 21 de febrero, 21st. I want to go back to the apuntes aquí, and this is Semana 5. So we're going through Semana 5 here, and I do encourage you to go through it on your own at a slow pace. So do watch this video. We watched the first half of it. Go ahead and watch the second half and see how people are presented, how they exchange información personal, nombres, name, edades, age, donde viven, where they live, cómo están, how they're feeling, those types of things. Very mundane, typical things that we see every single day. So we did this lunes, and we pretty much got through it. And I feel great about that since we didn't really have class today. But of course, remember your vocales, a, e, I, o, u. Even a fake smile will do for e, as long as you're stretching your mouth from ear to ear as much as possible. A, I, o, u. And the alphabet works. So use it. So, except for the H. Why that exists? Quien sabe? Who knows? So something we talked about on lunes is that we can take all this information that we've learned, these concepts, and we can put them back into, or we can put them in our understanding and go back and read the presentaciones formales y las presentaciones informales. And they will make more sense to us. Try it with someone in your home or a friend, colleague who actually speaks Espanol. Now, what you might find is that the person who speaks Espanol, if they are a native speaker, the Espanol will be kind of cut and dry. So, or kind of vanilla, although vanilla is a great flavor. I'm not sure why people give it a bad rap. Anyway, they will maybe have a criticism of it. Just ignore that. What you want them to do is just read what they see on the page. Not everyone who speaks Spanish can read Spanish either. So ideally, you can find someone who is also a student of Espanol or who has a degree in Espanol or who has taken some Spanish classes. They don't have to be a professor. So of course, los números, watch the video with Basho. It's lots of fun. And it goes to 20, so find a kid and have fun with that. So hopefully you went through the respuestas for these answers. I'm just going to read them out loud just to put more Spanish in this video. So here we are. The verb is ser, and in inglés, to be. Yo soy estudiante en Rose State College. Número 2. ¿Eres tú profesora o estudiante? Are you a professor or student? Yeah. Número 3. Usted es muy simpática, señora Romero Ordaz. So this word is not a, if it has a dot after it, it's abbreviation for señora. Same with señor, S-A-R, señor. I get some attempts at schwa, but not quite Spanish. So señora, señor. This happens to be a woman, señora Romero Ordaz. Número 4. ¿Quién es el muchacho con el sombrero? Número 5. ¿Es ella tan inteligente como Silvia? Is she as intelligent as Sylvia? And número 4, who is the boy with the hat? Whenever you see quién, we're asking who. So it's going to be third person. Remember, first person is I, yo. Second person is you, tú or usted. Third person is él or ella. In English, we have it also, but not as much as in Espanol. Okay, so whenever you see quién, you're going to think third person. It'll be that third person conjugation that you use for él or ella. ¿Quién es el muchacho? Okay, so we have this verb tener also, which follows a similar pattern like ser. These verbs, they follow similar patterns. You have a first person conjugation, yo soy, for tener, it's yo tengo. Second person, tú eres, or usted es. The verb tener, let's get rid of this so you can see it. Tú tienes, or usted tiene. Third person, él o ella es, él o ella tiene. So notice some similarities here. The yo form will often have an o in it in present tense. So you want to keep that in your head. You could just say this, kind of repeat this in your head. Yo goes with o. Yo goes with o, or o goes with yo, however you want to say it. And it's in the pronoun also. Yo, it's the only one that has an o. For the singular ones, has an o in the conjugation. The two form, it ends with the s 90% of the time in Espanol. So the past tense, it's a little bit different, but yeah. And usually, it's not the case here with ser, but usually the usted, el, ella form will end with a vowel. Okay, so those are some shortcuts, some hacks that you could use. So here are these. I'm going to say them first in English and give them all to you in Espanol. I have 21 years. I am 21 years old. I have 21 years. You have, or have you, lots of classes? Do you have lots of classes? You have, let's go back. You have a big family, or a family big, Mrs. Romero Ordaz, who has a car red and white. We would say who has a red and white car. Who has a car red and white? Número 5. Have she, or have she 19 or 20 years? Does she have 19 or 20 years? Now in English, we use is, right? Is she 19 or 20 years old? All right, that was a tough one. Okay, yo tengo 21 años. Notice there's not an O at the end of it. Right? Yo tengo 21 años. 2. ¿Tienes tú muchas clases? ¿Tienes? 3. ¿Usted tiene familia grande, señora Romero Ordaz? Not a question, sorry. ¿Usted tiene familia grande? 4. ¿Quién tiene un carro rojo y blanco? ¿Quién tiene? 5. ¿Tiene ella 19 o 20 años? Okay, so the verb llamarse is just like the verb llamar. The se at the end of it means that we're pointing it towards ourselves. So this se becomes me for the yo form. It becomes te, the two form. For the usted form, it becomes se. And then for the el, ella becomes se as well. So it's basically the same thing. It's just one is directed at someone else. These in the middle. And these on the right side are directed at yourself or the person who's speaking. Yo llamo, yo me llamo. Tú llamas, tú te llamas. Usted llama, usted se llama. Él llama, él se llama. Ella se llama. So here I'm saying I call someone else. Yo llamo a mi papá. I call my dad. Tú llamas a mí por teléfono. You call me. Here we're saying, yo me llamo Rey, I call myself. Tú te llamas Roberto. You call yourself Roberto. Él se llama Kevin. Or él llama a me. Who is él? Maybe it's Kevin. What's his name? What does he call himself? Él se llama Kevin. Yeah. Okay. So really quickly, this last two. Yo llamo a mi madre por teléfono todos los domingos. I call my mom every Sunday. Tú llamas a tus amigos los viernes. You call your friends on Fridays. Usted llama a señora García todos los días, todos los lunes. Mi supervisor llama por Zoom. Jimena llama a su novio todos los martes a las 5. Notice we use llamar in all of these spaces, but they're calling someone else. In these examples, we're calling ourselves. Yo me llamo Sebastián y soy de Cuba. I call myself Sebastian, I'm from Cuba. Tú te llamas Carlos, ¿no? ¿Y cómo se llama usted, señora? What do you call yourself, ma'am? Ella es mi amiga. Ella es de Denver y se llama Carla. El nuevo profesor se llama Nicolás Vilches Romero. Okay, so llamar y llamarse, similar verbs, one is just directed at yourself. So we talked about these. El lunes, you want to go through these and make sure you have a good grasp on them, the conjugations of them. Later on in the semester, we'll get into interrogativos, but if you want a head start, you can look at those and see how they function. And last thing I want to say before we end is that I want to show you the screenshot that Jacob has been so gracious to me about. This is how your Zoom session will go for the evaluación interpersonal. So it'll be you and the other person on the screen. Okay, so that's that there. Do contact me if you have preguntas or any questions about anything concerning class. And hope everyone's staying safe out there. Cuídense y espero ver a todos el lunes. Take care and I hope to see everyone on Monday. Hasta luego.